How can someone go from a brutal career start to one of the most unshakable champions of the new era?
46 for the winner by unanimous decision. And undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Della, Maddalena.
The beginning of Della Maddalena's MMA journey wasn't looking very promising. After losing his first 2 professional fights, one by knockout and one by submission, everyone thought he was done. However, years later, he has an 18-fight win streak and is the undisputed UFC champion of the world. He is also someone who can't be messed with despite his calm personality. In this video, we'll explore the Stoic philosophy that JDM adopted to become the man he is today, and highlight how you can also apply it in your life. The first Stoicism principle where Jack found his true strength is realizing that you can use your failures as a fuel.
And you learn so much from losses, so I've always just seen it as in I was fortunate enough to get the losses out the way early, and then...
When JDM couldn't win his first 2 fights, it would have been easy for him to get discouraged by the 0-2 record that everyone could see publicly, because there was no button to reset it. However, Jack's older brother helped him redirect his focus from something he couldn't change to something he could achieve.
Second fight, after that I lost the second fight, we basically made the deal that we'd get to 10-2. I was 0-2, and then we made the deal we'd get to 10-2. So, but
Wow.
10-2 was the first real big goal. And then when we got there, we were one contender series, 10-2, and then we basically said, yeah, we'll get to 20-2, and then...
As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. His brother didn't tell him to forget the 0 and 2 and move on. He told him to bury it by making it 20-2. The way you apply this to your life is pretty straightforward. Instead of forgetting your failures or just moving on from them, remember that you can always turn your focus onto using your past losses as a fuel to build your next move around crushing them. So ask yourself this: what can I do in this specific moment to turn these failures into my origin story? This is where Jack found his strength to dominate both his mind and opponents 17 times in a row to ultimately face the top fighter of the division. During his fight with Belal, Jack knew he was very close to making his dreams come true.
You're 5 minutes away from being the world champ. You are not fucking tired, all right? 5 minutes to realize all your fucking dreams.
His coach reminding his purpose greatly motivated him to perform better, but he couldn't afford to relax just because he was close to realizing his dreams. That's why Jack always treated his championship fight as just another normal fight.
There's a lot on the line, but I just feel like it's another fight. I just look at it, I'm fighting Belal, a 5-rounder, and I believe I can beat him. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go in there as usual, calm, cool, collected, and go take him out.
This means a lot because having a strong purpose is what brings the best out of us, but also it can make us get distracted by all the good results after achieving it. If Jack Della had started thinking about how good life would be with more fame, money, and status after winning the belt, he would have lost that fight. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Stoics saw wasting time as a moral failure. The next principle of Stoicism that JDM confidently revealed is that he doesn't talk much. In this pre-fight press conference of the event, I want you to find the difference in how Jack and Belal answer the questions.
You're gonna see the meaning of Canelo hands. Jack goes down in 3, he gets knocked out. After I get through Jack, then we look who's next. My target's for Jack. Saturday night I break him, then we see what's next.
The quietest guy is the guy that you gotta worry about. So what's your message?
I mean, I'd be pretty embarrassed if he broke me. He's never broken anyone, so I'm not too worried, but I expect a tough fight.
The difference is subtle, but if you noticed it, great job. Belal talks like he's convincing himself, while Jack's like he's already won. One sounded like a salesman, while the other like an assassin. When Jack speaks, you listen, because it means something. That's the difference. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This rule of Stoicism has been proven several times throughout the history of MMA by other superstar fighters. The more you talk about who you are, the less time you're becoming it. But this isn't about being shy, it's about weaponizing your silence. So in your case, master the art of choosing a few powerful words and let the silence do the rest. This is also like a brain hack. When you speak less, you save more energy to perform better. Jack Della was the underdog in his championship fight due to his lack of wrestling experience compared to Belal Muhammad. Generally, when strikers meet wrestlers in MMA, they are so focused on avoiding the takedowns that they get outstriken by wrestlers instead. For example, one of the greatest kickboxers in MMA, Alex Powhatan Pereira, got outstriked by a Dagestani wrestler. He couldn't use his punching power even though he wasn't taken down at all. Why do you think that happens? As we all know, strikers prefer a stand-up fight, but sometimes they are not ready to take the fight on the ground, which ironically limits them from taking calculated risks to close the distance. This extreme caution is what makes their skills less dangerous. However, even though JDM is known for his superior striking skills more than his grappling ones, he didn't wish for an easy striking matchup for his championship fight and knew he had to risk getting into uncomfortable positions to use his striking skills with full efficiency.
Were you expecting it from him?
Yeah, I was expecting a tough fight. Obviously, he's a good fighter, pressure fighter, good wrestling, he's pretty well-rounded. So yeah, I was expecting a all-round offense, and yeah, I guess you can never expect anything. You just got to roll with it, and that's, I feel like, what I did.
That's the Stoic mindset. Don't pray for things to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do. He was ready for the worst to happen, which enabled him to both defend most takedowns and outstrike Belal in every way possible. So in your case, imagine all feasible ways that could go wrong in advance so that you're always ready and immune to surprises. This dulls the sting of emotional surprise and strengthens your composure, just like Jack Della was against Belal in the octagon. These Stoic rules didn't just help JDM stay calm, they helped him become dangerous. By learning to use failures as a fuel, ignore distractions, speak with purpose, and prepare for adversity, he built a mindset that wins before the fight even starts. If this helped you see things differently, drop a comment and let me know which Stoic rule hit you the hardest. Thanks for watching, and remember, calm is a superpower.